S01E02. Today we're learning about my empty car line. Can you tell everyone what your job is?
Yeah, so I run a business that uses dogs to help look after wildlife.
How do they do that?
So what the dogs do is they use their super powerful nose to help us find creatures that are maybe in trouble or need help in some way, or to make sure that we don't disturb where they live.
How did you get to do that job?
So I did a degree in biology at university. So then I really liked helping conservation, so looking after animals and different plants. And then I also really liked dogs, and I wanted an excuse to have a lot of them. So that's how I started.
What kind of animals do you care for?
We help look after bats and different birds and red squirrels.
Why do you look after them things?
So all of them are struggling at the minute. So one of the main problems is that we keep removing their homes. So what we do is we go into woodlands, or we go into places where we think bats could live, and we see if they're actually there, so that we don't damage their homes. If we're like doing up a house or clearing some land to make a new house, we just make sure that we don't hurt where they live.
How do you train your dogs?
So all the dogs are trained with their favourite toy. So they know that as soon as they find what we're looking for, so it might be bats one day or red squirrels another day, they'll get their favourite toy. So they're doing it just for play. So we're going to challenge Monty, okay? Yeah. We're going to set up 3 bricks. You're going to hide a piece of Kong in one of the bricks, and Monty has to try and find it. And if he does, you're going to throw him his favourite toy.
Okay.
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 Let's go get our bricks.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
Can I get one?
Okay. Put a brick down. Not on top of each other. Stick it. Stick mine over here then. And Faye, don't put yours there.
Then you have to walk up.
Okay. Okay. So you're going to hold the reward. Okay. And you're going to hide that in, okay? Now wait till you get Monty out before you hide it. So hide the reward, Faye. Put the reward away. Hide it behind your back. Okay. So what you're going to do is come forward. You're going to put the Kong into one of the bricks, but pretend to put it in some other ones, okay? Okay, and pretend to put it in that last one, so he doesn't know where it is. Alright? And I'm going to say, when he gets it right, I'll say yes, and you throw the toy in. Okay? Ready, much? Okay. Yes! Woo! Good job, Monty! Very good. You want to go again?
Can I give him a treat?
You can't give him a treat yet.
Monty.
Okay, so to tell you which brick he found it in, he did a sit down. Okay. There's your reward. And then do you want to put the Kong in a different brick this time? Show that it wasn't a fluke. Okay, man.
He licked me on the forehead.
Yes! Woohoo! Good boy!
I give him another treat.
Yeah.
How many dogs do you have?
So I've got 3 dogs at the minute. So Monty's the youngest, he's the baby. And then I have Rufus, who's also a Springer, so he looks like Monty. And I have Ziba, so she's a German short-haired pointer, and she's a lot bigger.
Why did you not buy a cat?
They're rubbish. You never train a cat to do it.
How How long does it take the training?
It can take anywhere from like 6 months to a year to get them fully trained. So Monty's only really been in training since November, so not very long, but we're hoping he'll be ready this summer to do some proper work.
Why do you need the dogs to work for you?
Well, they're just so much better at the job than we are. So if I was looking for, right, if bats are only this size, so imagine if I was looking for a bat in that, I would never be able to find it, but his nose would be able to find that. So he's much better at it.
What's wrong with the red squirrels?
So red squirrels especially are struggling because we brought in a different type of squirrel called the grey squirrel. And unfortunately the grey squirrel is just so much bigger, so it takes all the food. It also gives the red squirrels a disease called squirrel pox that makes them really, really ill. So unfortunately red squirrels just aren't doing very well because of that.
How are we going to get the grey squirrels away then?
Well, we can get the grey squirrels away by taking them out of the woodlands and taking them out of the areas that have red squirrels in them.
But then where are you going to put the
Oh,
grey
this is getting very
squirrels?
technical.
How do you help with that?
So we like to make sure that nobody's coming in and disturbing where the bats live. And also, if you've seen the big wind turbines that are about that are making energy and electricity for us, we have to make sure that they're not actually killing bats in that area. So that's one of the things we do, is make sure they're not killing bats.
How do you figure out is like a bat?
So every year around like summertime, we bring the dogs in and they help us search underneath the turbines to make sure there's no dead bats there. And if there is, then we have to tell the people who look after the turbine that that turbine has to be turned off, so it's not hurting bats anymore.
Do you help any other animals?
We do help a type of bird called a Manx shearwater. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
So it's a little sea bird. They're only about that size, they're not very big, but they live in rabbit burrows when they come over here. So they migrate here and live in rabbit burrows and have their chicks in these burrows. But they're struggling because they don't have very many burrows that are safe to live in anymore. So what we do with the dogs is we try to find the burrows that they're living in so we can look after them and make sure that nothing's going in and eating the babies or anything.
Hope you enjoy the show. Bye.